Breaking news! Storm clouds are gathering over Philadelphia, and the winds are howling with powerful rumors straight from the heart of the eagle's nest. The sky is darkening, and for good reason. Something big is brewing. This season isn't just about wins, it's about redemption. Nick Sirianni's eyes are locked on one destination, the Super Bowl. And to get there, he needs an army of elite warriors. The pieces are shifting, the board is set, and the future of the Birds may hang in the balance of the moves being made right now. So if you've had midnight green running through your veins for decades, show your pride, let your voice thunder in the comments. Go Eagles! Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. Because, folks, there's something strange going on. For a guy who has done nothing but win, lead with maturity, carry himself like a professional, and outshine the biggest names on football's biggest stage, he sure seems to get a lot of unnecessary hate. And it's not coming from Eagles fans. We see the greatness. It's the casuals, the doubters, the trolls hiding behind faceless social profiles that love to dismiss him. But here's the truth, and I'm going to lay it out. Hurts has had an unbelievable rise. He's gone from being benched at Alabama to becoming a Super Bowl MVP and a true leader in Philly. The man is composed, a flatliner under pressure, and a Jordan brand athlete to boot. He's got the demeanor of a seasoned vet and the swagger of a superstar. And he's been to 2 Super Bowls already. In both matchups, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes, no question. In Super Bowl 57, Hurts totaled nearly 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. And just this past February, he nearly broke 300 yards again, adding 3 more touchdowns to his Super Bowl resume. That's 7 touchdowns against Steve Spagnuolo defenses, Spags, one of the top defensive minds in NFL history. That's elite. And yet, people continue to question Hurts' legitimacy as a top-tier quarterback. They say his passing mechanics aren't pretty, or that he doesn't have Lamar Jackson's speed, or that he's only as good as his supporting cast. But let's be real, what quarterback hasn't had a great team around him when he won the Super Bowl? You think Tom Brady did it alone? What about Michael Jordan? Steph Curry? Every great champion had great teammates. It's a tired argument. Let's get into the numbers, because if you love analytics, Hurts is going to blow you away. ESPN's Louis Riddick recently dropped a tweet with some advanced quarterback metrics, and it puts Hurts firmly among the elite. Last season, Hurts ranked 10th in total QBR, ahead of Dak Prescott, who came in at 29th. Under pressure, Hurts was 12th in QBR when pressured, compared to Prescott's 26th. On third down, arguably the most important down in football, Hurts was 10th. And here's the kicker, completion percentage over expected, Hurts was number 1 in the NFL. Let that sink in. He's elite when it matters most. Despite the hate, Hurts still tallied over 30 total touchdowns in 2024 and only 5 interceptions. People like to throw around brotherly shove like it's some kind of insult, but guess what? Hurts is the only QB who can convert that play at such a high rate because he's built different. Squatting over 500 pounds, he brings unmatched strength and toughness to the position. And when you combine that with a run game that now features Saquon Barkley, who just had the most productive rushing season in NFL history, why would you expect Hurts to throw for 350 yards every game? This team is built to dominate in multiple ways. Speaking of Barkley, we have to appreciate what the Eagles are doing on the ground. Barkley ran for over 2,000 yards last season, nearly breaking Eric Dickerson's record. He also broke Terrell Davis's all-time rushing record for a season, counting playoffs. And he did all this while being in command of a loaded backfield that just got even more intriguing. Let's talk about Shonderick Powell, the undrafted rookie out of Central Arkansas, because he might be the hidden gem of this entire offseason. At 5 feet 7 inches, 183 pounds, the kid is built like a tank. He benched 225 pounds 21 times, posted a 40.5-inch vertical, ran a 4.440-yard dash, and had a broad jump over 10 feet. The dude is explosive. In fact, Powell led this entire draft class in yards after contact per rush, 4.8, missed tackles forced per rush, 0.42, and explosive run rate, 21.6%. First place in all 3 categories. When you watch the film, Powell plays like a guy twice his size. He's got excellent contact balance, great patience, and enough burst to break big plays. And here's the best part, he might sneak onto the 53-man roster. With a running back room that includes Barkley, rookie Will Shipley, and A.J. Dillon, there's a spot up for grabs if the Eagles carry 4 backs. The wild card? The team's interest in bringing back the fullback position, which could affect that final roster decision. But if they stick with 4 RBs, Powell's got a real shot. Let's not forget, over his last 3 seasons in college, Powell ran for more than 3,800 yards. He's the kind of back who doesn't shy away from contact, but also has the juice to hit the edge and take it to the house. There's real Darren Sproles and Dion Lewis energy here, and Eagles fans should be excited. And for those still doubting Jalen Hurts, just look at who he's beaten head-to-head. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, the best of the best. And he keeps doing it with class, poise, and consistency. No controversy, no distractions, just ball. So here's the question I'll leave you with today. With Jalen Hurts' resume, elite-level performance, and leadership, combined with additions like Saquon Barkley and potentially Shonderick Powell, are the Eagles being unfairly slept on as Super Bowl contenders again? Let me know what you think in the comments, and when you're ready, just say the word and I'll bring you the second part of this report. Let's keep this going, because there's more to unpack, and if you're still watching, it means you're a real one. So let's dig even deeper into what's brewing in Philly. We've already broken down Jalen Hurts' elite-level play, despite what the doubters want to believe. But let's now talk about the environment surrounding him, because everything happening around Hurts right now is setting up a defining moment in his career. And it's not just about the offense or the stats. It's about how this roster has been engineered from top to bottom to make a statement. A Super Bowl statement. Start with the offensive line, still one of the most dominant in the league, even as they continue to evolve with new pieces. This is a front that's tailor-made for Hurts' game. They're physical. They move bodies. They protect at a high level. And more importantly, they create a running lane infrastructure that allowed not only Hurts to thrive with his legs, but opened the door for Barkley to come in and do what he does best. Explode through gaps and wear defense is down. There's a synergy here, and it's why the Eagles are doubling down on their ground attack as a core identity. And let's be honest, that's Philadelphia football. And speaking of Barkley, the attention he draws is going to free up so much space for the passing game. People forget that when you bring in a guy who demands that much respect from a defense, everyone else benefits. A.J. Brown is going to see more one-on-one coverage. DeVonta Smith will be even more dangerous as a second option. And Dallas Goedert is going to find soft zones with safeties creeping into the box. The potential here is massive. Now let's go back to Shonderick Powell for a moment. His presence adds something different. This is a player who thrives after contact, forces missed tackles, and creates chunk plays. He's not a gadget guy. He's a serious weapon. He may be undersized, but he plays angry. He runs with a chip on his shoulder. He runs like a guy who knows every snap could be his last. And when you put that mindset behind a line like Philly's, that's dangerous. Look, Powell had more than 3,800 rushing yards across his final 3 collegiate seasons. That's not a typo. And he's not just a volume runner either. His efficiency metrics are through the roof. He was #1 in the entire draft class in explosive run rate. That means 1 out of every 5 carries turned into a big play. That's elite territory. And even if he's transitioning from FCS to the NFL, sometimes football is just football. You either know how to move the chains or you don't. Powell does. So if you're Nick Sirianni, you're sitting there with a new-look backfield that includes the best power-speed combo in the league in Barkley, a versatile backfield made in Will Shipley, a downhill punisher in A.J. Dillon, and now this rookie wild card who's showing out in early drills. The depth and versatility of this group gives Sirianni every tool he needs to build around Hurts without forcing him to shoulder every play like we've seen in the past. And if you're building a championship